Hey everybody, Andy here, aka Montolio. We are back for Vintage League, and yeah, you guessed it, we're playing some Mono White Initiative today. Why? Just having a hankering for it. I got beat up by it all day, and I just decided to load it up and see how we do. So, pretty stock list here. I like the March of Otherworldly Light. I run a couple of main deck swords and a couple marches. I just think they're generically really good, and of course, got the four main deck Clarion Conquerors. I am on Void Mirror. I really do like Void Mirror in this deck a lot. Of course, we've got Seasoned Dungeoneers, White Plumes, and the Anointed Peacekeeper. Sideboard, I like Leyline of the Void in these builds. I still think they're just the best thing against Dredge. If you know me, that I will play ley lines even when I'm running Luris. I've got three Archons Absolution because I think White Initiative is out there quite a bit. I think more so in the field of the challenges than in leagues, but that said, we're going to play them anyways. And I got a couple Deafening Silences as well. So, yeah, guys, if you haven't done so, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to see you round one. Okay, here we are, round one. We did win the die roll. Just a hand we can do anything with. We can do better. I like you. This is a pretty powerful play against most decks if it resolves. This is Oracle. Okay. Um, Here we go. Probably heavily unfavored in this matchup. But let's see. I don't think life matters as much here, so I'm just going to play around days here. Okay, that's a lot better than a vampiric here. They could be just looking for a force, which would be unfortunate if they found it, but okay, they did put a card on the top of their deck. But next turn we're going to be able to wasteland. If there is a next turn, hopefully. Okay. Demonic Tutor, okay. This is likely a Demonic Tutor into a Doomsday, I'm presuming. Oh, Necro, okay. We can actually kill that Necro here. Definitely forging. We want to kill them as quick as possible. Ooh, that's a good one. You know what's awkward about this? I guess the Chalice at 0 is still really good, so we'll do this. Um, yeah, I don't think it matters which I do first. Attacker. Yeah, so let's put that in the graveyard. This is actually probably better for them, me doing this, to be honest with you. But that's okay. I don't think they can win here. Yep. Well, that's the only thing you're playing this turn. Okay, very nice. Now, I know we want deafening silence. I don't think, I mean, I don't know. Probably keep a couple swords in the deck because they may transform. Having swords is pretty reasonable. Yeah. I mean, it's a bit clunky, but it's got two of my more powerful cards in it, Archon and Clarion. So if we can find another white spell off the top, it's pretty good for us. Obviously, this is not a great hand. It's already a mulligan. Go with Archon first. We don't want to Wasteland first to turn on Fatal Push. It's a bit of a slow clock, but my opponent did mulligan to 5, so cannot cast it. But it is a pretty quick clock here. So they will be able to turn their Fatal Push on here, maybe. Next turn, that is. That was sweet. Good draw. Now, this will require a counterspell from them, or they're probably dead. It's in. See if they have a basic. They do. They can get around my Archon here. Yep. Okay. This puts them to 1 here, though, if they can't do anything, and Doomsday cannot win with 1 life. Yeah. All right. Nice win for us there, guys. Okay, guys, here we go. The die roll. That is always nice. So what type of Lurrus are we up against? That's the question I have. This hand is not great. I will play the Wasteland here. Opponent did mulligan to 6. Okay. I feel like we probably need to put our white plume in. I think that's going to be the most powerful here. Ooh, that was nice that they found the Mox there. That really is good. Yikes. Okay. I do want to get my business going here. So I'm going to start with the white plume. Okay. So we are playing control here. All right. Frog is definitely a good one here. And we're going to go into Forge. So Dragon does shut down the Psychic Frog. Then again, so does Anointed Peacekeeper. And it is a cleric. I feel like Clarion Conqueror does a pretty good job here. Let's see what they want to do. Like, it's quite a commitment for them to go all in here. And if they do discard a lot of cards here to try and stop me from attacking, it means that my stuff is going to resolve henceforth. Okay, nice. Psychic Frog, yep. I mean, they can fly over here. Will cost them their mana. Yep. Ooh, they did have it. Okay. Unfortunately, I have to take that. They did find an island. Okay. Let's get that initiative back. We're going to put it on dragon. And this is going to be pretty good. Oh, interesting. So they kill my dragon. No, they'd have to kill my anointed peacekeeper. Yeah, I'm going to block. I mean, there's a very small percentage chance that they've got more removal in hand, but it is possible. Another psychic frog, okay. So that took my vigilance away. Pretty happy with that. Well, let's get into the throne, I guess. Well, I don't know if I want to do that, actually. Yeah, we do. All right, so we're playing blue-black. Blue-black. Okay. Kind of like all my removal. Probably can cut Void Mirror in the draw. Do I want Vexing Bauble? I don't, maybe I do. So no white mana here. Much better. I think I'll put Chrome Mox away. Brutal. Okay. It's a good way to reset, isn't it? So hopefully they play out a frog here and I can just swords it. Yeah. Now I could just, I guess what I can do here is I could actually untap, play Anointed Peacekeeper, watch them make discard 2 frogs to make it bigger than the Peacekeeper. They will get a hit. I don't know if I like that. I think I just have to swords it. Because I'm wanting to. Too many things can go wrong. I can get wastelanded and not have a white source. Human. Doesn't really matter because I have the bauble in play. What's Deathmark do again? Mm-hmm. It can strip me here. There's a sorcery, right? They still can do it. Death Mark. I'm wanting them to kill my Anointed Peacekeeper here, allowing me to untap and do a Seasoned Dungeoneer. Yep, they're moving towards Lurrus. Yep, that's what I wanted. Great draw. Best draw on the deck right there. Now my mana will be stable for the rest of the game. Okay. So here comes the Death Mark. They're going to kill my Seasoned Dungeoneer. Yep. Going to Forge. It's a big old boy. And that's pretty much a wrap. Okay, we've run back into T-Decks here. It's about an hour later since my last round. And we played them on Doomsday earlier. Yeah, this is pretty reasonable on the play. We're going to go turn 1 Void Mirror, turn 2, I guess, Clarion Conqueror. It's pretty good. Not perfect. I mean, there's redundancy between Clarion Conqueror and Void Mirror. But this does slow them down. They won't be able to counter my stuff. That's if the Void Mirror resolves. And that could be a tall task. All right, it's in. That's pretty nice. Gonna have to discard. Bit of redundancy here with the Clarion and the Void Mirror because no artifacts are getting into play that are going to matter in a Doomsday matchup. So if they did, the Clarion Conqueror would shut them off. We could very well lose this game, though. My opponent having 8 cards in hand on Doomsday could be pretty bad for me. Okay. Lava Wasteland. It's kind of irrelevant here, but we'll put it on human. expect a time walk here, or are they just going straight for a doomsday? Well, they got an oracle kill. Yeah, that does work too. Yep. All right. Let's see if we can fix this here. I be honest with you, I don't hate this. I do not hate this. We still could very easily lose, but hopefully this resolves. It does. Okay. Yeah, it's in. Now all we need is some creature help. My opponent keeps having ancestral here. Sorry, guys. I think my opponent's double queued. They're 4 minutes behind me here, and they've played a land. No land? What? Wow. Crazy. No point in playing Cavern here, because they can't counter. I mean, they can. They just forgot to play a land last turn. They're obviously distracted here, so I guess just Murktide. That Murktide Regent's a good one. That could beat me here. Yeah, we're going to lose. We needed some help here. I mean, I could take their land here, but they have another one in their hand. It just doesn't make a difference. We are going to need some help. What? Brutal. We do have 2 swords in our deck. Pretty disappointing. Doesn't really matter. It is a blocker. I'm not going to block this turn. Hopefully I can find a swords. Okay. We have 3 more Clarion Conquerors. We have 2 Swords to Plowshares, 4 Archons. We have a number of blockers that could get in the way of this. We do have to go down the Lost Well. Nope. Nope. Not going to do it, folks. All right. Yeah, I felt like we had a pretty good chance there. Nope. Mana for day. We got a mulligan that one. This hand's not great either, but it's acceptable. Okay, it is actually combo. Not as likely to have counter magic. Yep. They fought for that. Okay. 2 cards in hand. Interesting. Just probing. Okay. It's a weakness, but obviously not bad. Would explain why they fought for that the way they did. Damn. Okay, Cleric is a good name to put it on here. Definitely going to put the Peacekeeper. Mm-hmm. Okay. Moving closer towards Luris here. Not feeling very good about where I am here, but Clarion Conqueror changes everything. Okay, that is Luris. Have to hope they don't have another land here. Okay, bit burned from my not playing my mocks there, but not a big deal really. I want to go down the Lost Well here. I'm really wanting a Clarion Conqueror. Don't think swords is what I'm currently looking for. Okay, I mean, they can open up their Flame of Anor here. But do I even care about that? They're going to have it anyways. Yep. Not ideal. I mean, if they find a second flame or a swords, obviously this is just bad for me in general. But yeah, okay, okay, okay. All right, you got it. They shouldn't have any basics. They do. Okay, Clarion Conquer. Can't do it all here. I want catacombs here. Maybe I do archives. Clarion Conquer really helps here. Okay, here we go, Ming. I'm glad I went down the archive there instead of catacomb. Just trying to slow them down as these. Okay, I can play a thunder trap here, which is unfortunate, but I am going into the throne here, which is no joke. Clarion Conqueror. It's pretty good. No basics. And Doesn't really matter which one I go in with here. Nope, we'll keep that. Clear and Conquer looking very nice here. Keep on swords. Yep. Not amazing, but not bad either. Yep. Pretty reasonable they're going to find a force here, but just is what it is. Okay, we'll put it on dragon. Okay. If I didn't find any removal, I'm in good shape. I'm going to move towards my stuff here. I'm pretty nervous, but this is the type of hand I kept. I have to move towards getting other creatures into play. And we're just going to have to hope the Clarion Conqueror can hold for a couple more turns. Yep. Okay, missed up. Yeah, I'm not going to win. Feels really bad to let them have something like Flame of Honor here, but yeah, swords, okay. Not optimal, guys. Let's go. Love to see a turn 1 Void Mirror. That would be good. Come on, baby. Give me a good hand. Yep, that does work. It's super powerful if it gets into play. Yep. Archon really just does slow them down so majorly. That's, I think, the only basic they have in their deck, and essentially fetches are going to take 2 turns to do anything. Peacekeeper can come in, shut down fetches. And I have good redundancy here. I can play the Peacekeeper next turn and then follow up with Archon. Or if I feel like I need to put more pressure, the Anointed Peacekeeper can come second. Yep. Okay, there we go. Pretty solid beatdown here, folks. All right. Okay. On the draw, but this hand is fine. Can you imagine this on the play? Jeez. Doomsday. Jeez, okay. Yep. Good start for them. Can you imagine I was on the play here? Jeez. It's kind of a tough thing for them to take. It's probably a Mox, to be honest with you. Yep. All right. Wouldn't mind a Lotus. Chrome Mox would be good. I would take any Mox. Another land would be a Wasteland would actually be solid too. It's unlikely we lose right here on the spot, but it's possible. Have to have a street wraith into, I guess, Lotus with a cantrip. Yeah, that's not a good draw. Hmm. Play around days here. Oh, they had the misstep. Oh, brutal dudes. I got caught with a mental misstep. Oh, and it cost me the game. Let's see if they got a Lotus here. I didn't even look at their pile. No. I did draw a Wasteland, guys. I did draw a Wasteland. They conceded. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, what can you say? Better lucky than good. This one's not going to do. Yep, that'll do. Hmm. It's a bit risky. Probably going to attempt to put this Chalice in at 1. Hopefully I find another white spell. I don't know. I maybe should have kept the Seasoned Dungeoneer and maybe put a land back. Hard to know. Okay. I'm going to try and set the Chalice at 1 here, guys. Yes, it can play into days, but Force of Negation is not very good against me. Okay, it is in. All right. They might force this time. Fatal Push is turned off here. They didn't need to do that then, but it doesn't matter because Archon makes it come tapped and it comes into play tapped on its own anyways. Okay, they're binning 1-drops. I have an uncounterable creature if I can find one. Ooh, that's nice for them. Problem for me is I don't have any follow-up here, but so they're building towards it. Now delve. Great draw. Probably the best draw in my deck. Maybe Clarion Conquer would be better, because this can get around the Murktide. All right, so very solid league from us. It was in an hour, not bad. Not much to say. I really like White Initiative. It's a deck I pick up now and again, and typically do quite well with it. Uh, it's not a deck I enjoy playing overly because I feel like it's an extremely linear deck. That said, it is powerful. It is winning in Vintage and has won for quite a few years in a row. And for those that hate, uh, I beg to differ. I think this deck is really good. And I have to admit, if you watch my last Mono White Initiative video when Voidmere was first introduced into this deck, I really liked it then, and I really like it now. I could very easily see this deck going up to 3. It just shuts off so much of what other opponents are doing, and it's just really a critical slot in this deck that has been missing for a long time since they used to play Thalia and I forget the name of the creature, the 3/1 white enchantment creature that doesn't let you draw cards. The name just eludes me. But it's missing 2 drops, and it fills a really nice slot there that you're not pressured to find a turn 1 play every at the 3 slot. You can use it in the 2 slot. And yeah, sideboard, probably a lot of room to maneuver here. I don't know if you'd want things like, mind made traps or more removal. But anyways, guys, I do like this deck. Solid run. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.